Good morning, students. Hello, everyone. Today, in this video, we are going to study supplementary readers, the treasure within. Now, before going to start the lesson, let me tell you one thing. The story is about a successful person who was not good in his academics, means especially in school education, and about that person. Okay, we are going to study. The title is given treasure within, means every person is having potential within her or him. Only the thing is that we have to realize it and we have to work on, we have to work hard, and automatically we will get success after working hard and honestly. That is the thing. So let us see what is there in the story. Now let me tell you, before going to read the story, every child is a potential achiever and is different from other children in her or his style of learning and area of interest. The what first sentence said, every child is a potential achiever. See, couple of days before, Pandit Jashraj, who was a well-known figure around the world in musical uh, sector, we can say, he died, and he was only having education up to second standard. So sometimes your school education is not going to play any part in your success. Okay, means education is not going to play a role, but very rarely this happens. Most of the times what, education is only the authentic way where it can help you to lead and success in the life. So what the first sentence say, that every child is a different, every child is a different, his learning methodology is different, his understanding is different, or his perception, whatever it is, no one is same. Read the interview that follows. Now about the interview, they are saying it is based on a conversation between Miss Bela Raja. Okay, Miss Bela Raja, Kushi, editor of Spurge. Okay, editor of Spurge, and second person, that is Mr. Hafiz. Mr. Hafiz, a contractor. Okay. Mrs. Bela Raja, editor of Spurge, a newsletter from the Resource Center, the Valley School, Bangalore, and Mr. Hafiz, contractor, one of India's leading architect. Now let us see what exactly content is there in the story. See, there are some points which mention on in the beginning of this lesson, page number 25. You can see Hafiz contractor was an unhappy schoolboy. See, what is a line mentioned? He was an unhappy school boy. Second, he loved doing things but detested mechanical learning. See, he loved doing things but he don't want to follow the mechanical way or traditional way of learning. Mathematics gave him the shivers. It was very difficult for him. What his principal once said to him influenced him deeply. Means once his principal had conversation with him, and which deeply influenced, and from that moment he changed himself, and after that his life changed. Now let us see what are the things here. See, Hafiz contractor, HC means Hafiz contractor, and BR means Bela. HC, that is Hafiz contractor, and BR. BR means Bella. Okay. What statement Hafiz contractor gives? I used to have this terrible nightmare. Only now, over the last 4 to 5 years, it seems to have disappeared. Now see what he said. I used to have this terrible nightmare. Okay, terrible nightmare. Terrible nightmare. Only now, over the last 4 to 5 years, it seems to have disappeared. And what he says, this is a terrible nightmare, this dream, disappeared from last 4 to 5 years only. And what was the reason? Let us see. Then Bella Raja asked a question. What nightmare are you talking about, and why do you think it has disappeared now? Now when Hafiz contractor said that he used to this a terrible nightmare, Bella Raja asked the question, what was the nightmare which was terrible for you? I used to get continuous nightmare about appearing for a maths examination. And what was the terrible nightmare? That appearing for maths examination. Maths okay. What was the terrible nightmare? That appearing for the mathematics examination where I did not know anything. See, situation. Now the cycle must have gotten over age. I don't have to think about education, and there is absolutely no time to get nightmares. And why now he is not getting the nightmares? Because he need not to think about anything about the study, and that was the reason these terrible nightmares stopped. Okay, page number 26. Bella Raja, tell us something about your earliest memories in school. And now she asked question, memories about school. Okay, first you just notice this and take down this one point. We will continue. Now see, earliest memories in school. Whose memories? Hafiz contractor's memories about school. Let us see what he says about his school memories. In the first and the second year, I was a good student. After I reached in third standard, I simply lost interest and I never studied. What he said? In the first and second standard. First and second standard, he was good. He was good. And from third, lost interest. Okay, from third standard he lost interest. I simply lost interest and I never studied. I used to be interested in games, running around, playing jokes and prank on others. See, what was his interest of area? He was interested in games. He was interested in games. After that, he was used to running around. Then playing jokes. Playing jokes and pranks on others. Pranks on See, this was his area of interest other than study. When he lost his interest in the study, I would copy in a class during exam times. He accept that. He used to do copy when exams are there. I would try to gauge hold on examination paper that had been prepared and study it, as I could not remember things that had been taught to me in class. And when we are come to know that what habits he was having in the class, he never pay attention, and that was the reason he never able to remember them when during the examinations. However, later one sentence spoken to me by my principal changed my life, and what he said, a sentence spoken by his principal changed his life. See, when I approached my 11th standard, the principal called me and said, "Look here, son, I have been seeing you from day one. You are a good student, but you never studied. I have taken care of you till today. Now I can no longer take care of you, so you do it yourself." What the principal said? "I have observed you since day first. Till now I have cared about you, but onwards today it is not possible for me. You have to carry your own responsibility, so be careful." He talked to me for 5 minutes. "You don't have your father, your mother has worked so hard to bring you up and paid all your fee all these years, but you have only played games. Now you should rise to the occasion and study." And what he said, this Hafiz contractor, he was not having his father, and his mother worked very hard to manage about his school fee and all, and principal was quite aware about these all things, and he make aware this to Hafiz that you are not having father. You realize hard work of your mother, pain of your mother, how hard she is working to match your school fees and all. So you should sincere and you think about it. He just said that, and he also suggests him to focus on study only. "I used to be a very good sportsman. I had been the senior champion for so many years, and I also was the cricket captain." See, Hafiz was a cricket captain. Okay, "I used to play every game, but that year I did not step out onto the field." And after talking with the principal, when principal said him, when principal make him realize that how your mother is working hard and what is good for your life, you just study. That year he never entered on the ground, and he paid all his attention to the study. See, from this line we can realize how teachers are important in the life of students. Teachers can motivate them. Teachers can motivate, and it is duty of teachers. But students also realize that why teachers are telling them number of things. I would go for prayers, and all I would do was eat and study. I normally used to copy and pass, but I realized that once I was in SSC, I could not do that. Already he committed that he used to do copy, but when he was in SSC, he decided, he was firm that he is not going to do any cheating. When I got second class, 50%. What was his percentage? He scored 50% in SSC. But remarkable thing about this 50%, he scored it honestly without cheating. That was the specialty about that 50%. And what principal added, when I got a second class of 50% in my SSC, my principal said, "Son, consider yourself as having got a distinction. This is my memory of my school days." And what principal said, consider yourself that you have scored distinction in your SSC. I did lots of other things. See, as far as my things are concerned, I can't remember. I forget things very easily. To remember, I have to see things as a photograph. I read a book and I can remember the matter as a photograph. but not through my mind. This is how it, that is how it works. And what he added one more thing, that he do not remember, okay, number of things. He need to go through some photographs of memories, and then he got the memory. Again, this Bela Raja, she asked a question. When you were in school and you were doing badly, did the teachers pull you up, and how did you feel? Now the next question, and what Hafiz answer for that question. I never felt anything on being pulled up. I used to be interested in playing. I would receive a caning every week. This is his answer. Okay. Again, the next question. When you knew that you had incurred the wrath of your teacher by not doing your homework or by behaving badly, when you knew you would get a caning, what was the state of your mind? This is next question, and answer for that, what he said. State of mind. Just lift up the hand and they would cane you. It would hurt badly, and then I would have to forget about it because I would want to go and play. And see, this is interview type. Means every time there is a question and there is the answer for that. So first you take down, after that we will continue with the lesson.